to make a change. Westchester, let me hear you. Here in the plaza, just so you guys know, we have a health information table and voter registration available here. If you guys are not registered to vote, please use this opportunity to go register. It is crucial. We would like to start our rally by introducing White Plains Mayor Tom Roach. We thank you for allowing us to have this event here. Mayor Roach.
Welcome to White Plains. First of all, let's hear for Kelly Marks. She ran the whole thing. This is truly a student-led event. I'm so happy to see all of you. I have to tell you, I have spoken to crowds on the 4th of July. I have spoken to crowds on the fireworks for all kinds of important issues. I have never been happier to see this many people in our city than I am today. Thank you. So I have a job to do that Kelly gave me. By the way, she called me. Someone gave me the message. Kelly needs to see you at the top of the slide. So, not since I was 7 years old was I asked to go to the top of the slide, but I did it. So I want to recognize some of the elected officials that we have with us here today. And please, I think we'll hold the applause until we get done because it's a long list and we want to get to the kids, the young people. I shouldn't even say that. Okay, U.S. Representative Nita Lowy, Assemblywoman Amy Paulin. You can clap, what the heck. Assemblyman David Buchwald, Assemblyman Tom Abenanti, Assemblyman Steve Otis, County Legislators Catherine Parker, Catherine Borgia, Lyndon Williams, Elfrida Williams, Ben Boykin, Nancy Barr, Mary Jane Shimsky, Westchester County Clerk Tim Idoni. I have New Rochelle Mayor Noam Bramson, New Rochelle Councilman Barry Fertel, New Rochelle City Councilwoman Liz Freed, Robert Greenstein, Supervisor Town Newcastle, Brian Smith, Mayor Village of Irvington, Gary Zuckerman. All right, Irvington's in the house. Gary Zuckerman, Supervisor of Rye, and Ken Ray, Mayor Village of Sleepy Hollow. So I'm going to be brief, but I can tell you, and Ken Jenkins, Deputy County Executive, and Nadine Hunt Robinson, White Plains City Councilwoman. So I did, and Jared Wright. Okay. All right, we got everybody. All right, so this is an issue close to my heart. I've been a member of Mayors Against Legal Guns for a long time. It was started by Mayor Bloomberg because mayors' primary job is to keep everyone safe. The traditional role of the mayor is to have the key to the city. That's the thing that we give out when we want to honor someone, because at the end of the day, you would lock the gate and keep the people safe. But Mayor Bloomberg recognized, and all of the mayors, I would say, when you get to mayors, you're going to talk about both sides of the electoral divide, know that we cannot truly keep our people as safe as we want them to be if we allow people to have such easy access to guns. So all any of us are asking is reasonable restrictions on that. And we have good reason to be asking that, because we live in a country where you have every day. So we just had a terrible, terrible tragedy in Florida, and I think that got a lot of this going. But on average, every day, 96 Americans lose their lives to gun violence. Every year, 13,000 people lose their lives to gun homicide in this country. The next closest country of a similar type, Canada, we're like 5 to 1 in terms of the ratio between residents and number of people shot. So what's the difference? We watch the same movies. We play the same video games. These are the things that get blamed. Everyone has a country where people are facing challenges mentally. It's our gun laws. That's the difference. We make it too easy to give people guns. So that's what we're here for. That's what we're all here for. I just want to say that when you look at the gun laws we have, like New York State has strong gun laws. Governor Cuomo pushed them through. Our assembly members all supported it, and we have more coming, like red flag laws and things like that. But here's what's also going on. At the same time we're trying to pass good legislation, right now in Congress, concealed carry reciprocity is working its way through, which means if you are licensed to carry a gun anywhere in the United States, you can bring it anywhere in the United States.
Ridiculous! Ridiculous!
So you have states where it's so easy to get a gun, and they're now going to be able to bring it here. You know, every month, 50 women lose their lives because they're shot by an intimate partner. This is unacceptable, but in some states, your history of domestic violence has nothing to do whether or not you can get a gun. That shouldn't be. So here's what's exciting for me. I started this day thinking of somber things to say, but as soon as I got here, I started to feel the general vibe, which is joy. There is joy that the majority is being heard, that the majority is speaking out. And we are being led. We are being led by our youngest.
Yes!
So
We are here!
So I'm just going to finish by saying, you know, people say, I have people from other countries say to me, what's going on? We look up to the United States. How do you have this situation where these kind of things can happen? And there's a simple answer. You have a small group entirely focused on doing one thing, and they have been succeeding because the rest of the country may feel differently, but is up to other things and busy with other things. The NRA and the gun lobby cannot stop. So now we're not going to stop.
Right.
And the reason we're not going to stop is our young people. And with that, I give it to whoever our next speaker is. Is it Kelly? I give you back to Kelly Marks.
Thank you, Mayor Roach and all elected officials for being here today. Some people may ask why I decided to lead the Westchester County March for Our Lives. The simple answer is I am tired, scared, and have had enough. Why do we have to continue to hear about shooting after shooting? It is enough. Why do we have to wake up every morning scared to go to school? No youth should have to wake up in the morning wondering if this will be the day they die. Schools are supposed to be safe havens for children to learn and grow. Why are we allowing places of education to instead become unsafe places of fear? In 20 years, federal law has limited research into our nation's gun violence epidemic. The New York State Firearm Violence Research Institute would conduct and foster research to help understand gun violence and how to reduce it. Supporters in the New York Assembly and the Senate are trying to get
It's all right.
Test, okay. Supporters in the New York Assembly and the Senate are trying to get funding in the budget currently being negotiated. Should not be negotiated. This is crucial. Tragic acts of gun violence, including mass shootings and gun suicides, are often preceded by red flags, threats of violence, dangerous behavior, and other indications that a person is a danger to themselves and others. Gun violence restraining orders enable family members and law enforcement officers, the people most likely to see these warning signs, to seek an extreme risk protective order, a court order temporarily removing guns from a person in crisis. The Assembly has already approved the ERPO bill to establish extreme risk protection orders in New York. The Senate Majority Leader refuses to allow the ERPO bill to go to the Senate floor for a vote. It has overwhelming support and would likely pass. It is imperative that anyone capable of voting is registered and votes in every single election.
Yes! Race to those polls!
From your local town board all the way up to the federal level. Especially now in New York. If we want progressive legislation to be put forth and passed, we need to elect leaders who will advance it. We must elect elect people into office who are gun violence prevention champions and supportive of important bills that protect us from gun violence, not politicians who, by their inaction and complicity, have allowed this epidemic of gun violence to continue.
Bravo! Bravo! Yes!
The leader of the United States has asked for a beautiful bill, saying it will be easy to pass such a bill. I say it will be neither beautiful nor easy. Gun legislation is messy, difficult, and ugly. Nevertheless, it is long overdue. How many people, children, have to die before something is done? It is time for elected officials to step up and protect us and students around the country like us. We demand more intensive background checks. We demand a ban on assault weapons. We demand stronger gun legislation. We demand a bright future, not a future filled with anxiety and senseless violence. We demand change, and we will not stop until our demands are met. Thank you. Now we are going to hear from other youth activists from across Westchester County.
Wonderful.